The 2027 QS World University Rankings came out on the 18th of June, and NUS has dropped 2 spots to the 10th place, while NTU has held steady at the 12th. SUTD and SMU have made leaps into the top 500, with SUTD jumping 253 places to now be at 266th position, and SMU is now at 411. By someone who has actually worked behind the scenes in higher education, here's my take. University rankings are less about educational excellence and more about reputation and brand management. Let me explain by helping you take a look at the methodology behind the QS ranking to see exactly what it measures. So if you check the actual mechanics of the QS scoring system, it doesn't really track classroom teaching quality, student satisfaction, or learning growth. Instead, it leans heavily on prestige, size, and proxy metrics. There are 5 main categories or lenses as QS calls it. So there's research and discovery, employability outcomes, global engagement, learning experience, and sustainability. These lenses are fairly broad and the indicators are what we want to delve into. The most noticeable thing is that 45% of a university's total score is built entirely on subjective perception surveys through the academic reputation indicator at 30% weightage and the employer reputation indicator at 15%. Because nearly half the score relies on reputation, you would expect many universities to do exactly what any corporate entity would do. They will optimize for the algorithm. If you have ever represented a university at international higher education networking events, you quickly learn that these conferences sometimes turn into trading floors. The thing is, every year universities are allowed to submit a dedicated list of contact emails to QS. These are the specific academics and employers QS will approach to fill out their reputational surveys. In my personal experience at these events, sometimes university reps will approach peers from other global institutions to build networks and build their email list. Disclaimer here, this is based on individual personal observation within the higher education sector. This does not represent a systemic or universal practice at all education fairs or official QS events. Besides that, we also need to understand that the ranking algorithm kind of penalizes universities built for localized societal or practical impact. And the Singapore University of Social Sciences, or SUSS, is a prime example. SUSS focuses heavily on areas like gerontology, social work, and highly localized humanities research. From a national, Singapore, and societal standpoint, this is critical work. But localized social research rarely gets massive citations or even get picked up by massive international journals. By prioritizing domestic social impact over global publication volume, SUSS is essentially invisible to the algorithm. Then we have the Singapore Institute of Technology that refuses to play the game entirely and does not participate in global rankings. So they just focus on SIT's core mandate of producing highly specialized industry-ready graduates for the local economy, and their professors focus on teaching and applied industry collaborative projects rather than chasing volume-based academic publications. To be fair, these ranking systems aren't inherently malicious. They are simply trying to find common scalable indicators that can be applied to really different universities across the world. But as a consumer, you must be aware of the proxies they are using. Generally, ranking systems are most effective at identifying institutions with massive global brand recognition and legacy reputations. So if that's what you're aiming for, these global rankings are perfect. But for most of us, we should be looking at the specific program curriculum, the faculty actually teaching the classes, the pedagogy being used, their alumni network, and any industry links that the university has.